right. International game
Stalag
I'm most
13.
looking forward to. That's right. International game I'm most looking forward to this year is what, Peter?
Oh, definitely the Tom Brady in Germany. I just think Tampa Bay playing a real game outside the United States. I want to see Brady-mania and what it's like in Germany, the first NFL game ever in that country, which has loved the NFL for years and years and years. That, to me, is a fascinating one.
I wish it was earlier than Week 10 because the Seahawks may be dead and done by Week 10.
Yeah.
I'll go Vikings-Saints just because that could be a very impactful game. Both teams trying to find their way with new coaches. And, depending upon how the first 3 weeks go, that could be kind of a game that has real implications. If you lose it, you may be done. They've never had one of these games overseas where both teams have had winning records when they played the game. Maybe we'll get it. If they keep playing these games, maybe we'll eventually get to the point where both teams have winning records when they play the game. Ryan Tannehills said this week that it's not his job to mentor rookie quarterback Malik Willis. Ryan Tannehill's comments on mentoring Willis were what, Peter?
Needless, because he's a smart human being. Wouldn't he realize what those comments were what they were going to do? They're going to reverberate around the Twitter sphere, around every sphere. When all you have to do basically is say, hey, when I got into the NFL, Matt Moore helped me in Miami. He really was good, and I'm going to be as good as I can be for a guy who's going to be competing with me for my job, and we're going to help each other get better, both on and off the field.
I want to say they were overblown. If you hear the sound, and we didn't have time to play it because we got too far down the international series rabbit hole, but we both bear blame for that. I think it was just kind of a tail on the donkey kind of a comment. It's kind of obvious. It's not his job. And, the Kurt Warner pushback, why do these guys not want to get the next guy ready? Ryan Tannehill first has to concede that Malik Willis is the next guy. I don't think he's ready to concede that. I don't think he's ready to say, I'm only going to be here another year or two. I think he wants to stay with the Titans, just like Tom Brady wasn't ready to concede that Jimmy Garoppolo was the next guy in New England. It's not the next guy necessarily from the perspective of Ryan Tannehill. So I think it was overblown, and Warner's tweet had something to do with it. I think it's perfectly justifiable for Ryan Tannehill to have that attitude. It's not his job to mentor a guy that's trying to take his job before Ryan Tannehill's ready to concede his job. All right, Deebo Samuel.
Hey, Mike.
Go ahead.
Mike, can I just say one quick thing? I'm not saying it's his job. I'm saying there's an easy way for this not to be a story for 3 days. And that's to basically say, hey, we're both going to help each other. Yeah. I mean, when you say it's not my job to mentor Malik Willis, what do you think that is going to do? It's going to blow up.
I
it
agree.
just is. Because, there's nobody, we've all got space to fill, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Deebo Samuel following the 49ers on Instagram again, and also liking an image that was posted by the 49ers where John Lynch says that he hopes things will work out. He liked that. What do these things mean?
Probably absolutely totally nothing. But in the 0.5% chance that they mean something, I think it would mean that there probably has been some constructive dialogue between the two sides in which the 49ers said, listen, it was going to take an absolutely monstrous deal, 2 ones from what we all hear, to get Deebo Samuel out of San Francisco. So we don't want to trade you. Can we please let the dust settle for a while, see how we're feeling on July 1st, and then see what we're going to do here? And again, I have no idea if that happened. The only thing I do know, from the 49ers is that they absolutely, unequivocally, categorically do not want to trade Deebo Samuel. Mike, this might have been you. I forget who it was, but I just saw in passing this week that someone suggested, why not have a clause in Deebo Samuel's contract that says for 20 carries, he'll get this many. You know, do an incentive, a generous incentive based on how many carries he gets. Because obviously, if you're Deebo Samuel, you're worried about the length of your career. If you're running the ball in between the tackles 45 times in the course of a year, you're going to get a lot more beat up than a normal wide receiver should.
That wasn't our idea. My suggestion is very simple. Pay the guy a long-term contract comparable to the other top receivers, if not more than that, and mend the fences that way. But I think him following the 49ers on Instagram, again, means everything. That's how folks in that age group send messages. He sent a message when he unfollowed them. He sent a message when he refollowed them. That's good news for the 49ers. And, Peter, my next level conspiracy theory of the week is that the 49ers wanted the Jets to make that ridiculously low offer so they could help convince Deebo that there wasn't someone out there that was going to make the kind of mammoth offer that justified a trade. So we just have to work this out. Nobody's giving us anything that we should be expect. Deebo, you can't expect us to do this deal where we get a first-round pick and give a second-round pick back as part of the trade. You're better than that. You can't expect us to do that deal, so it makes it easier to find a way to stay together, but they're going to have to pay him, I think, or he's not going to be playing this year until he gets something more than that $4 million.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.